welcome to another episode of Rural Contractors. I'm your host, Paul Osmondson, and today's topic is difficult customers. What do you do for difficult customers? Here's the answer. Don't have difficult customers. That might be impossible. You know, in one of the books I read, this guy said, fire your 5 worst customers. And in that, it's going, hey, I don't have to work for everybody. A lot like our niching theory and other things. You don't have to work for everybody. We don't want to work for people that don't see the value that we bring. This quote that's just really been on my mind lately is, price is what you pay, value is what you get, and the deal is what's made in the middle. But you don't have to make those deals with those people that you are worried about their integrity, that you're worried if they're going to get paid. I had a guy that was a carpenter. He wanted me to help build a lean-to onto his shed, and I had a bad gut feeling. You know, my concrete guy recommended me to him, and I called this guy and I'm like, I just got a feeling about him. Like, do you know him at all? And he goes, no, I've never met the guy. He asked me for help. I recommended you. And I'm like, well, that's great, but that didn't give me the confidence in this guy. I ended up doing the job, and it's been 11 months, still haven't been paid. So your gut feeling, you really need to trust your gut. One out of how many ever people I worked for, like, it's pretty good. One time I had a cold call from a lawyer that's what he did. He was a collection agency, and he's like, hey, Paul, you're a contractor. How many bills do you have past 30 days due? And I'm like, right now, none, 0. Rarely do I have people go past 30 days. And he was a very nice guy, and he just said, wow, that's awesome. You don't need me. Keep up the good work. Sounds like you're doing great work. But the level of people that I work for are quality people that I'm not fighting to get paid all the time. So dealing with difficult clients. In the past, I remember having a conversation where, you know, we were building the house for these people, and it rained like 6 inches one night, and they were super concerned about mold and all of these things, you know, and they called in the moment, and it's just a lack of understanding that we can't build a house in one day. We can't build the floor system, build the walls, set the trusses, sheet the roof, shingle it in one day. So that's a process. It was a lack of understanding. They were really concerned. Do you have insurance? What are we going to do about this? In that situation, I let them vent that night. I let him give his spiel, and I said, hey man, I'm not worried about it. Like, yes, I do have insurance if this is a problem, but I really don't think it's going to be a problem. And I remember having a conversation with the guy's wife the next day. So I had that conversation with him that night. He was working during the day, rarely saw him, but she would stop in and see how the projects are going. But she had this huffy attitude about it, and I just hate conflict. I am a person that it's like, what's wrong? I'm going to apologize even if it's not my fault, because I just want to work this situation out and I want to make it better just like that. That's something that Lindsay hates about me, because I'm like, I don't even think about what's the issue. I'm just like, I'm sorry, I just want to fix it. I want to smooth it over. But just digging into those issues. So back to this lady. I could tell that she was kind of huffy, and I just approached her right away and said, hey, are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? And, you know, it could see she liked the tension, or there was this tension. I don't know if she liked it, but it was kind of like, oh, you're going to flat out ask me what's wrong? And she just backed off, and she's like, no, I'm not mad at you, but my husband's mad at you. Well, I had a conversation with him the night before. We resolved that issue. He was concerned about mold, and I wasn't concerned about mold, but we did have insurance. We're going to do whatever we have to do, but we're not going to burn the house down and start over. So me just hitting that confrontation head on, it resolved the issue. So on this topic of difficult customers, number one, if your gut feeling is these guys are going to be difficult to deal with, don't take on the project. There are 7 billion people in the world. You don't have to work for the hard ones. But sometimes you're just going to get into those issues and hit them head on and just deal with the problem right away. Time does not heal anything. I don't know who came up with that saying that time heals everything. That's baloney. Time does not heal anything. Addressing issues and working through them heals things. So if you can hit the problems head on and deal with them, that will be awesome. But remembering that most conflicts are a disagreement or a misunderstanding. If you can dive into that and say, hey, what are you wanting? What am I wanting? I want you to be happy with the project that we're building for you. If you can hit them with that goal of knowing that, hey, we're on the same team. You want this done. I want to do this for you, and I want you to be happy, and I want to be happy, and we want to enjoy the process of building your project. It's just going to be smooth sailing. It's just coming to that common denominator of knowing we both want this project done in a manner that you're happy with what you're getting, I'm happy with what I'm getting. Difficult clients is a difficult topic to handle, but in my experience, handling it as quickly as you can and as smoothly as you can comes to a better result. But trust your gut and try to avoid those problems before they happen. I hope this episode was valuable, and we'll catch you on the next one.